Hi everyone, my name's Josh, and welcome to the series I'm thinking of calling Leveling Up My Wario. So, sort of wanted to make this series because I wanted to document my journey through Smash Bros, the ups and downs, and I can sort of track my progress over time, and I can look back at these videos and compare how I thought about the game then, or see what changes I've made. Because it's always nice to sort of look back maybe a few months and wow, I feel like I'm playing like a totally different player, or wow, I've gained a lot of good insight here and there. But anyway, I guess I should introduce myself. So my name is Josh, I'm 25 and I live in Perth and compete in the Smash scene here. So I've been doing that for about 2 years almost, and yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here. I sort of came for the gameplay, competitive side, but I stuck around because I had a lot of fun and I've learned a lot, not just as a player but as a person, I think, as well, like the emotional and mindset side. And yeah, I really like the community here as well. I've made a lot of good friends, and it's always a good excuse to come to a tournament as well, just to see your friends. And it's a good highlight for me for that reason as well. So just to explain maybe why I like Wario. Initially, actually, my calling for Wario is because I found his animations pretty funny. Like, he's just a funny character, and he's so creative with his moveset. A lot of room for exploration. I love his airspeed, how he flows. He's free to move so much, and obviously I like the warp mechanic as well. It's a little bit game warping sometimes, and it is. I think it is sort of balanced and fun, and I always think Wario can come back for that reason as well, even though he might have some clear weaknesses with his range or in certain matchups. I always think Wario can do it. So yeah, I sort of just played Wario for that reason, looked into pro players like Gluto or Loaf or players like that, and I just loved it since. So yeah, just to explain the structure of these videos. So the way I'm thinking of structuring things is I'll have a car talk as I go towards the venue. So in that car talk, I'll be sharing some insights I've gained that week, or how I'm feeling going into the tournament, or things I want to explore. And following that, there'll be a little VOD review I'll do after the fact. If I get a stream game, I might VOD review that. Or maybe some older stream games if I don't get a stream game that week. And maybe even older, like a few months back, just to look back and sort of compare how I'm playing now versus how I'm playing then. And after that VOD review, will be the car talk of me going from the venue back home. So I'll share how the tournament actually went, how my games went, anything I gained, or anything I just want to share again. So I find these sort of car talks kind of therapeutic, just sharing my passions, sharing any insights I've gained. And if that interests you, if you've learned something or find this valuable, then that's sick. Feel free to join along for the journey. I think this series is going to be pretty fun, and I don't know, I'm just looking to explore it and have fun with it. So just heading to a monthly right now, which is at UWA. So that's a monthly. It's Saturday today, and UWA is actually a place I study at, so it's pretty fun to do a monthly tournament where you study, I guess. But the sort of structure for today's tournament, there's some round robins, which are like pools where you play every player in your pool, and if you make a certain top cut, you make top 8, and if you don't, you go into redemption. So I don't mind if I don't get top cut. I'm seeded not to, but that's okay. We'll just see how the tournament goes, and if I don't make top 8, I have redemption anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to today. So catch you after for the VOD review. So welcome to the VOD review portion of the video. So wasn't able to quite get a stream game from yesterday's tournament because there wasn't any streams available. So because of that, I'm thinking of looking at an old VOD from about 9 months ago between me and one of my friends, Boonk, who's playing Cloud, and I can sort of use this VOD to compare how I was thinking about the game back then
versus how I'm thinking about the game now. So yeah, without further ado, let's just have a look. Okay. Yeah, okay. So already I'm sort of noticing that, well, I think I was basically trying to preemptively catch Boonk's jumps with my rising aerials, because I think the situation I was noticing during this set was Boonk would basically do a landing aerial like bear or fair. He'd dash back, jump, interrupt his dash by jumping back, and then immediately do a falling aerial. So to sort of prevent this sort of sequence, what I was doing is I'd sort of position myself just outside the range of his aerials. Then I'd dash in as soon as I saw the aerial miss, dash in, and then immediately try to preemptively catch him. Or whenever he did something, immediately do this sort of sequence. The problem with that is it's a bit preemptive. So as soon as I see the aerial, I'm trying to do something, whereas he could just cross slash in place here. He could shield and up B. He could just dash back and then catch me. There's heaps of things where this could go wrong. Instead, it's better to, rather than preemptively always deciding I'm going to use an aerial to catch his jumps, I can just sort of see the flow of how he's trying to, I can sort of see whether he's trying to catch me first, or what is he going to do to change up this sequence. Is he shielding now? So maybe I could catch that instead, or intercept that. If he's dashing back, I can just dash forward and shield, and now this space is sort of mine. Take stage control that way, or something of that nature. It doesn't always necessarily have to be a direct hit here to get a neutral win. I can sort of just get stage control instead. Okay. Yeah, and now I'm just getting anti. Well, just got cross slash. Now I'm getting anti-ed heaps. Wario can't really be in the air with Cloud. Like, he can't use his drift to weave in and out, because, as you say, I'm just getting swatted out of the air. It's better to instead sort of play on the ground, use your dash shield, use his threat of movement to force things that way, and interact with his timings. And yeah, now I'm just getting hit heaps for trying to be preemptive. I've slowed down a bit, which is good. And maybe I still am being a bit preemptive, I suppose. I'm definitely not swinging in the air as much. I just say that, I'm always just doing it. Okay, no, never mind. I'm just preemptively swinging heaps. Yeah. Okay, being patient, yeah. Also, you just don't even have to interact, I guess, with these areas. He's not really threatening me or anything. Let's see. Okay, good edge guard and wait. Okay, so now we're down second stock. It's pretty even at the moment. Cap court is fair there. Okay, so let's just take that back a little bit. Okay, so in this position, I think I was too quick to run off and just start an edge guard. It's better to sort of stay here, ledge trap, or if I'm going off to try catch one of his resources, just jumping back and resetting. Because the problem was, I think during the set he realized that I was quick to always just run off and try edge guard Cloud. So what he did is he double jump, went over. So doing this is again a bit preemptive. I'm just coming off, immediately trying to fair him or fair him down here. Whereas instead, it's better to just wait, try 2-frame, or if I'm here and he does the same thing, now I can just try anti-air him with back air, or see what he does instead. How's he going to swing here? Maybe I'll just shield or something of that nature. So yeah, just not being as preemptive and sort of just waiting for my turn. Not sure why I summoned bike, but Okay, I'm definitely taking it a bit slower now, I swear. Still... I'm not sure if I'm being more patient or not, to be honest. Yeah, that's another thing, actually. It worked out fine there, but I think I was too reliant on my out of shield as well. So I was doing things like dash shielding, but I'd always like pull the trigger really quickly, like just do a nair, or I wasn't really assessing like, okay, if they hit my shield, how close are they? Are they going to low profile? Once they hit, what do they do after they hit my shield? Are they just shielding as well? And then nairing is just useless in that situation. It's better to just like in a situation like that, I could just full hop and react, or I could grab, I don't know, things of that nature instead, rather than just sort of pulling the trigger so fast on my out of shield. I mean, that time it worked on cross slash, but this is a trend I've noticed at the moment. Yeah, I'm skipping disadvantage pretty fast too. That bike is classic. Just trying to skip things rather than inching my way out of the corner. Okay, pull the trigger with up B, it worked, but... Okay, edge guarding after he swings back, yeah, that was pretty good. So in this situation, obviously, like, I've got the waft. Boonk feels like he needs to close out this stock, so I don't get as many waft opportunities. And I'm sort of just now playing patient. Okay. So I wasn't too happy with that combo route I took there, so I did a good job at just waiting, and then once I saw he did something, I caught his dash back with the nair. But what I was trying to do is something called the Nairo killer, which is basically you nair 1, 2, jump, nair 1 or fair, and then fast fall. And then you try nair 1, 2 again, up air, and then waft. But the problem with that is it's not going to work on cloud, the rage, and yeah, it's just not optimal, basically. What it just meant is I got this part of the combo, and that was it. So I didn't even get that much percent, and I lost my advantage that way. So instead I could do something like nair 1, 2, up air, and then do something like double jump fair, or RDJ fair, or chomp, and then try send out for the purposes of, just keeping my stage control. And when he's in the corner, I could maybe get a waft opportunity there, at least rack up percent that way. Just a bit more of an optimal way to sort of use that combo, I suppose. Yeah, so I've noticed Boonk is swinging pretty hard. I'm thinking in my head he's probably a bit nervous to close out. He's a bit scared of the waft. Okay, okay. I think I just barely missed the up air there, because Cloud's hurtbox shifting on the rage, I think. If I just drifted a bit more, I could have maybe got like a full hop double jump nair onto the platform and got wafted off that. Okay, well, but now we're back to even stocks. And I think a problem with what I just did for most of that sequence, ever since I took his second stock, is I was just looking for waft. That was it. I wasn't really trying to build up a percent, build up a lead. So now we're in this last stock situation, and he's only 28% above me. Whereas, if I sent him to the corner, I could have racked up percent, could have got an opportunity for waft that way, rather than sort of just tunnel visioning on just the waft itself. And yeah, I'm just throwing out up airs, up tilts, nairs, really fiending for the waft. Nice, okay. All right, let's talk about that. So, basically, in that position, once I hit the up air here, I don't have enough time to fast fall and then immediately jump up and waft. But because he's burnt his double jump here, and I have a sort of read that he's a little bit nervous, I have a feeling he's going to air dodge. So what I'm thinking is he's either going to really air dodge here, or air dodge, neutral air dodge, and then be about here. So my goal was to sort of allude to that I was going to go on the platform, but instead fast fall. And from here I can sort of react to see if he was going to air dodge. Because from here, if he like air dodges onto here, I could maybe get a landing up air waft, or just get the waft outright on the landing lag. Or I could just react in that position and then catch his air dodge that way. If he went over here, that's fine too, because then I could just come up and take stage control that way. So yeah, see the air dodge. I accidentally walked on the wrong side because I dashed, not just jumped and then drifted. But yeah, good games, and yeah, pretty interesting perspective to look back on. I don't think I was playing entirely wrong, or there's some huge faults in my gameplay. I think it was just a few things, a few tweaks I sort of realised along the way. And
just heading home after the UWA tournament, and yeah, pretty happy with how it went overall. So I guess I'll just say my goals going into the tournament. So I was sort of thinking about two things in particular. So I was thinking about prediction versus reaction, and keeping a simple game plan, like not trying to overcomplicate things, not trying to overthink things too much, since I kind of have a habit of doing that. So I'll sort of break down, I guess, like those goals, and then I'll just talk about how the games went. So first of all, I think I used to be a bit too reactionary of a player, in the sense that I would I put myself in situations and then try to react to them, react to everything basically, rather than sort of, trying to gather data and predict a certain thing, wait for that animation, then react to that, and then start. So I've realized, that's sort of how fighting games should be played. There's sort of like a mix of this prediction and reaction, not just one or the other. Because I was also guilty of, when I wanted to get the waft, I was sort of I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and I think I decided too early in my mind that I wanted to use the waft. So I wasn't reacting. I mean, even if the prediction could have been right, I wasn't reacting to actually what was happening on the screen. So I wouldn't be just in the right position, and I just throw it away basically. And because I just locked it in my mind that I was going to do it. So yeah, just this balancing act of I guess both prediction and reaction. So that moving in a way that's a little bit preemptively and prediction based, but still reacting to things I see on the screen. Now, that was the first idea I was sort of going into this tournament with. Found a lot of success with that. And yeah, I found I was more so paying attention to what was happening, and not trying. It kind of enhanced my defense in a sense with this sort of strategy, because beforehand I think I was a bit too offense oriented, in the sense that because Wario doesn't have range, I felt obliged to sort of create situations and solve my opponent's problems. I wasn't really doing level 1 in a sense. I was just always trying to counter my opponent and then see how they're adapting to how I was countering them and flow off that. But which was actually working good against good top players, but against other players, because I'm not really establishing a level 1, or I don't have good defense, I can actually just sort of crumble or lose to some strategies. So yeah, having that level 1 has definitely helped, and just playing more reaction based and prediction based, I guess. But anyway, the second insight or idea I guess I had for this tournament was to keep things simple. So my level 1 doesn't have to be something hell complicated. I think I tend to complicate it based on all the setups my opponent had. I try to answer things specifically, be in spots to answer things, but my level 1 can be just as simple as nairing, fairing, down tilting, shielding, spot dodging, that sort of thing. Just keeping them out and controlling my own space, pushing them to the corner. That's it for level 1. It doesn't have to be as complicated as, okay, I dash shield here, okay, now they've done a laggy tilt, now I can punish, or I'll wait at dash distance, time the jump so that I whiff. I think that is important though, don't get me wrong. I think level 2 in adaptation is still important, but I think it's also important to keep things simple and then see how your opponent is answering your level 1s as well. So you get informed not just on what they're doing, how you're going to counter that, but you can see how they're dealing with what you're doing as well, I guess. I'm not trying to overcomplicate that, but anyway, you sort of get the picture. So yeah, those are the two things I went into today with. Relatively new ideas, so I wasn't expecting them to hit the mark straight away, but nonetheless, I was pretty happy with like how I've sort of gained a new perspective and like mentality around the game. So it's fresh, it's new, and I'm enjoying just exploring this new idea. So anyway, as I alluded to in the car talk towards the venue, so the structure was, I was in a pool of 6, and I needed to get top 2 in that pool to make top 8 overall cut, because there was 4 pools. So, but the second seed DQ'd, and so it was between 3rd and 4th seed. I was 4th seed to decide who got the top 8 spot. Now, a little unfortunate, I played him straight away. And I was feeling a little cold. He was playing DK, and I wasn't too unhappy with how the game went. Just exploring those ideas and doing a good job of, I guess, preemptively punishing things he was doing, like dash attacking or things of that nature. I guess I don't know. I can't really remember that match. Yeah, that was my first opponent went 0-2, and that's sort of locked in that I was not going to get top 8, which kind of sucks knowing that for the rest of your pool. But to reframe that, I basically had to beat the top seed to make it out of pools. So after another match, I ended up versing that top seed, and usually he plays Diddy Kong, but he was playing Game & Watch into Wario, and actually I think I did a really good job against him. So I ended up going 1-2 versus him, and I was implementing a lot of ideas I saw Gluto use against Mia at Battle of BC. So for example, if he's doing Rising Nairs, I can use my shield and up B to punish the Nair, or chomping his shields or grabbing his shields, using fair to keep him away, F tilt to space as well, and a few raw waffs as well. So he was on game 2, he was like trying to up smash me, and I was just sort of above him, and it looked a little funky, the hitbox, but basically as he went to up smash, I did the full waft, and I broke the up smash armor, and it looked funky because he like raises his head, and then after the fact when he gets hit, he like comes down, so it looks huge. So that was a cool little thing basically. So, but yeah, I won game 1, very close game 2, last stock last hit, same thing for game 3, last stock last hit. So I can't really complain, gave my best go trying to beat him, and I was happy with how I was using like simple game plans and using some of the problem solving that at least that I remember from that Battle of BC set, and another set Gluto Mia had recently as well. So yeah, that's basically it for pools. I versed a few other opponents and ended up winning. So overall I went 2-3? 2-3? No, 3-2, wrong way around. Didn't make it out of top 8, but that's okay. Instead I basically got to do redemption, which is like, if you didn't make top 8, you play that. My first opponent was Bayonetta, and he was good at all the little combos that Bayo has. Not a huge fan of that character. And for Wario, it's a little tricky to sort of find my hits, find my spots, I suppose. Like, I'll play grounded and shielded and try and avoid, take the L, like know if he does ABK, okay, I'm just not going to get anything, that's fine. But yeah, I was just struggling to just find my hits, period. And he was getting doing a good job of just getting like some uppy kills off the top. So yeah, I went 1-2, first game in redemption. But I made a bit of a run actually. I think I beat a Bowser 2-0, I beat a K-Rool 2-0, I beat another Bowser, but he was a Snake main, 2-0, and then versed a Little Mac, who I've actually never beat before, ended up winning 2-1, so I was pretty happy with that. And that took me to third, and then I ended up losing to a Luigi, so Bayonetta Luigi into Wario, yeah, it's a bit tricky. And by that point I'm feeling a bit tired, but that's okay. Overall, I was very happy with how I was sort of implementing those goals I was mentioning earlier, so yeah, I've got nothing to complain about. Yeah, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. There won't, well, as I'll probably say in the VOD review, yeah, there's no stream games at the UWA tourney, so I won't get a chance to talk about one of those. Instead I'll probably just talk about an old match, or talk about a stream game I had recently instead. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, hope you enjoy the rest of this journey, so I'll catch you around.